Check, check. Yeah. What up, players? Welcome to another episode of the Player One Podcast. I am your host, Tyrone Jr., aka Hollywood Champ. If this is your first time tuning in, what up, player? If you've been here before and you decided to return, welcome back. I appreciate you all. Um, I hope it's a major difference, but I have upgraded my microphone. So hopefully my voice is coming through loud and clear. If it's too loud or too low, we'll fix it along the way. But we invested in this podcast, man. Another investment that's been made is I was tired of trying to show y'all clips off of YouTube because random commercial breaks would pop up. So I went ahead and invested in the NFL.com website. I now have access to all of the games. I can break down. I have film room. We can do full time film room now. I have access to all of the games. I can search specific plays. I can search third down plays, touchdown scoring plays, um, passing plays specifically, rushing plays, uh, plays that went over 10 yards. All of that. I got all of that, access to all of that. But what I'm trying to do is show you guys in this episode for sure and moving forward, I'm trying to show you guys the plays that don't get highlighted, but these are very costly plays. It's the details. When you're trying to win a Super Bowl, you can't just go out here and take plays off. There were plenty plays where the Ravens, I don't want to say took the play off, but just bonehead decisions and uh, the efforts, things of that sort just wasn't there. Reasons why we lost this game. So I'm just going to point out some of those. And there's other parts of the game that I want you guys to see and hear. Like when it comes to the announcer who was riding Josh Allen, Collinsworth, the whole game. Allen wasn't even going crazy till the fourth quarter. He turned up in the fourth quarter. I give him that. But leading up, he was not doing anything special. The Ravens had him throwing his usual checkdowns. He was not trying to get upfield. When he eventually started going upfield, it was working here and there. But even when he had his drop back passes and he throw inaccurate passes, but in clutch time, that's what matters most. Y'all gonna say, oh, that's why he was MVP, like as if Lamar is the reason the Ravens lost. It was a team effort. Lamar had a wonderful game, but whatever, man. I'm gonna break these plays down. Let's get into it. Let's start off early. I talk about this. I've talked about this for so many episodes in the last season. I'm happy it happened, but I was wrong. In my last episode, I gave a prediction because the norm last season, every first drive of our game, we would run this screenplay. The screenplay would always go to our left side of the field, and it was always successful. But this game, we waited till the first drive of the second half, and then we called it. So in a way, I was wrong because I always said the first drive of the game, but the first drive of the second half. Because usually these first drives of the games are scripted for a good team. Through practice, you have your first maybe 7 to 10 play calls as if they're all going to work and you're going to drive successfully down the field. So your team can practice these in practice and there should be no issue. And it keeps you on the same page, it keeps you all leveled, you know. You get out there with all the sound, but it's like we've been here. We know these plays. Let's do what we do best, what we've been working on all week, so we can go score the football. This happened in the second half, so it's probably a scripted drive that they talked about. They're gonna come out there like we're gonna open up and do this, but this is where we moved the ball up the field. We had a nice return to start the half, so we didn't have to drive far. But right here, I want you to see this play call. It's gonna do this thing where the screen's gonna stay dimmed. But y'all can work with me on this, right? Y'all gonna be good. Do it like this. If I do the okay, it's gonna be dimmed down, but we'll work with it. So Zay Flowers, he's who we're gonna throw the ball to. He's usually who we throw the screen to because he is so just quick and shifty. It's hard to slow him down. So right here, watch this. We pull this to kind of get an idea, just get the defense talking, and just off subject for a little bit because he's going to be our target. Watch this. And watch these linemen. We let them through, and they get upfield, and here we go. You see the lineman. Then they get off. They go upfield, up and left. Now we got a tunnel. Now they're coming to wipe clear, and he can go upfield. Beautiful. All right. I see the clip is going to continue to be dimmed down. I'll figure that part out later. But I was just happy that play happened. It's a play I've been talking about for the longest. Every week we've ran it, and it's always been successful. We ran it again, scored a touchdown. All right, moving forward. Let's get to where Baltimore just started messing up. The little things that is going to stop us from winning a big-time football game. This play right here, they score a touchdown, whatever. They start from the 2-yard, 3-yard line. Like, they're going to get that. Roquan stepped out the way. Don't know what that's about. He's supposed to plug the gap. He jumped out the way. Special teams, extra point. Extra point. Extra point. 12 men on the field for an extra point. 12 men. Extra point. You have a special teams coach. John Harbaugh was a special teams specialist. 12 men on field. That call means you had 12 men on field. John Harbaugh specialized. He started his NFL career as a special teams coordinator. And then he leveled his way up. Now he's tied with Mike Tomlin for the longest coaching tenure in NFL history. It's like 18 seasons with the team. So special teams have always been one of our best things. Why are we getting a 12-man on the field penalty call in a game this big? Like, it shouldn't happen. That's a preseason mistake. Terrible. Also, on this extra, I'll fast forward. On the special teams play, you want to talk about? Yeah. I have a question. Why special teams are extra points? I mean, 2-point conversions. Let me turn this down. Why do we not record stats for 2-point conversions? Huh? Why do we not record the stats? Because if you score, that's 2 points. Where do they keep that stat of the 2-point converted? Who caught the ball? I believe in fantasy. Do you get those points? I don't play fantasy football. I stopped like 8 years ago. Because right here, that's an Oh, look. That goes back to my point. Now it's a 6-point game. There's a play later. They go for 2, and Josh Allen throws the interception later in the game, but it doesn't matter. That's that. 11:07. Let's go to this next play where they just hoed us, dog. This is crazy. These play calls, I don't understand. Great play call, but where's the flag? And why does the commentators not want to speak on this? Chris Collinsworth the whole game. Josh Allen this, Josh Allen that. He's so great. This is why he's MVP. This and that. MVP. How's the MVP? You're supposed to decide that before the playoff games and stuff, but they held off for the matchup and then we lost. So sure, he got MVP, but stat wise, I thought that's what it was about. Lamar beat him and everything except in that playoff game. We whooped them in the regular season, but then gave the game away in the playoffs. But then out here, watch this, man. It's little things like this that cost games. 3rd down. Yeah. That's terrible play right there. I don't know what our linemen be doing sometimes. Them boys been getting cooked here and there. All right, watch this down here. Bottom of the. I can't even. He's being held still. Watch this replay, dog. Listen, they don't say nothing about it. They just let it go. They played a replay. Collinsworth not gonna speak on it. Done this what? Hold. You can't do that. What do you mean? Now we gotta punt the ball. Look at where the time it was 8-point game. It's stuff like that, man. This shit adds up. Let's scoot up a little more. And then right there, now Collins is worried about the being pulled on. It was not there. Let me back up. Nah, man, we ain't skipping past that. We ain't skipping. Talk about an escape. There's no crazy escape. Just listen to them riding that. Just man, Collinsworth does for Josh Allen. Great escape. He evaded one defender. All I had to do is that's not hard. We see these quarterbacks do that all day. And he tries to. What about the call earlier? They didn't call. That's the question. Collinsworth be meat riding. Shit's crazy. Him and Tony Romo do that. I'm not trying to make it a long episode, man. I'm gonna cut these down, clip these down, and post these joints on TikTok at TySwish92. Cause that's where I be getting all the reactions. This is hilarious. Listen to this. More Josh Allen praise for tell me what he does special right here. Let's go back a little bit. It's a little outplay, a little out route. We send pressure. Oh, that's the wrong play. Wrong play. Oh, yeah. Listen to the praise Collinsworth gives. We bring the house. He just tosses it. Little check down. Roquan, I don't know what that was, dog. It's just so many times he don't even look like a NFL. He looked like a 37U linebacker. What kind of tackle attempt was that? Shout out Nate Wiggins for making the stop right here. Listen. Oh, Josh Allen. No, sir. I'm telling you, man. Little things. Let me scoot up one more again. I had so many people reaching out to me saying how we look unstoppable. It's just crazy. And we all, even everybody thought it, we was handling business. But I don't know what to tell you, man. We just folded. Little plays like this, too. Special teams coach John Harbaugh had a presser today with the media, and he talked about this play. And he says that all of his players have always been taught not to leave their feet within the 5-yard line. So this play shouldn't have happened, but according to his philosophy, according to what he says, all of his players have been taught this and that. Not leave your feet. Is this guy just filling in right now? Why is he out here making this play then? How did this happen? Are you not practicing enough? Watch this. And this rule is crazy. It just doesn't, I don't know. It's a dumb play by our player. Dumb as hell. Where's the awareness? I love the energy, but like, dog, be smart. Punt the ball. Great punt. He gets away from it. He's like, hell no. Why are you? Oh my God. Touchback because he slid. Shit is crazy. I've never seen this. It's crazy. Rules change depending on the plays. Look at that. That is crazy. Touchback. Just the the impact. Look at that. And look at this part of the game. They get to start from the 25-yard line. Or is it the 20? Oh, it's the 20 when it's a punt. When it's kickoff, it's 35 this season. But look at that. Fourth quarter, 7 minutes, we have 15. That's a difference maker right there. Little things like that. If they start from their own 2-yard line or whatever within the 5, now they get this space at the 20. Yeah, when that happened, I knew. I knew what was about to happen moving forward. I already knew it. Um, our kicker, Tyler Loop, I can't trust the kicker nowadays. I don't care who it is. Ain't no more great kickers like that. Besides obviously the Bills kicker, but he even missed. Didn't he miss an extra point? Either way, Tyler Loop came in, rookie. We got scored on to start the game. We answered with a field goal, a long field goal. I think we got sacked right before, so we pushed them further back. I thought we were out of field goal range. Bad sack to take that Lamar Jackson took. But I was impressed that our kicker came in there, held it down, made the kick. Then he had to kick another field goal. It was around the same, did like 50 yards or something. Made that one. But then later in the game, he kicks the extra point and he misses it. These points are adding up. Remember earlier I talked about that 12 men on the defense on the extra point? We had 12 men on our defense while they were kicking an extra point, which threw a flag, so they got to start from the 1-yard line and go for 2, and they got the 2-point conversion. Now that's 2 points rather than 1 point. And then we go and kick an extra point and we miss it. So little by little, these points are just adding up, but you don't see it. And then come to the end of the game, we lose 1 point, 1 point game. We gave up a point, the extra point. We have 11 people on the field. They kicked the extra point. If we go and make our extra point, it's things like that. It's the we punt the ball, and the ball's about to stop on its own at the 2-yard line. Our player jumps, slides on it, and his glove touches the white line, so now it's a touchback. They would have had to start from the 2 or 1-yard line, but since his glove, all of a sudden, you touch that white line, even if you slide, he landed on the ball at the 4-yard line, slid, and then his fingertips touched the white line. Touchback. Little things like that. There's the no call on our 3rd and 8 when the cornerback was holding the horse collar of Rashad Bateman. No call. They just let that play go. We should be able to challenge. Why aren't we able to challenge at this point? All the other leagues, and they got in soccer, they're challenging VAR. We now have assistants like replays or whatever. That's how they got the extra second at the end of the first half to kick that field goal. Longest second I've ever seen in my life, but whatever. I think if they're going to act like that when it comes to the last second of the game, they should give us the clock that counts to the tens. Like, I need the 1 second, and when it goes under 1 second or within like 10 seconds, I wanted to say it's 2.3 seconds left on the clock, 1.6 left on the clock, zero point 0.4. But for that clock to go from 1 to 0, to us, that looks like 0. But technically, there's still point whatever on the clock. If we're going to do this stuff, if we're going to use this technology, use it right. Let's not half-ass it. It kills me, man. It kills me. When you want to use the lines and stuff, the virtual lines. Let's use the technology to call everything. Then we don't even need referees anymore at this point. Let's use all the technology we got, cause there's plenty. But I'm not gonna sit here and beat us up. We are dominating the game. I had people text me left and right. Well, somebody said, "Congrats on this year's Super Bowl." God damn, week 1. I appreciate that. It looked that way. Like the Bills are supposed to be a top team. I still don't think they hang with us. We were doing shit to keep them in the game, and you let them hang around long enough, and then a few play calls or missed calls by the referee, things like that. And defense, I don't know what our defense was on second half. First half, we was all over it. Second half, it looked like we got comfortable. It was our offense who was just carrying. And defense through the third for the most part, but then just fell off. I don't know what happened. Now all of a sudden, now we're seeing MVP Josh Allen. But we had him bottled up all game, throwing checkdowns left and right. When he was throwing upfield, he was throwing inaccurate passes, scary passes, because he was out there shaking. Let him hang around long enough, and it's hard to stop. You give him a... Why did we not go for it on 4th and 3 to end the game? It was like a minute 30. We decided to punt the ball. Yeah, they have no timeouts, but come on, man. We would... If they were in that situation, they probably would have went for it. You don't want to give Lamar Jackson the ball. Why would we want to give Josh Allen the ball? He's MVP, ain't he? Why did we punt the ball? We have Derrick Henry who ran over 170 yards. Whatever. Lamar Jackson who had 20-yard runs. 12-yard runs. Like, 3 yards? We're not going to go for 3 yards? Are we, like, now that backed up? We just started playing so scary midway through the third, and it just, little by little, man, you can't do that. It's hard to hold a lead. I feel that, but it's the decision making too leading up to that. We made it hard on ourselves, man. It is what it is. We lost the game, but I feel like I'm not worried. A lot of people are like, oh, now they're like, oh, yeah, the history is bad. John Harbaugh leads the league. It's like 17 double-digit losses, and it's a bad look. It is so bad. We are bad at closing out games, but we're good at it as well. Most of the games we won last year, we closed out early. It's annoying. It's annoying, but like it's the games, the ones that you lose, that's gonna be highlighted. So that's what it is. They highlighted this one in the premiere spotlight, primetime. It looks terrible. I'm sure all the shows. Again, I don't watch. I don't watch those shows. I don't watch these talk shows and stuff. I don't care about what a lot of people gotta say, because they halfway. I used to work in the studios. I used to work for the third party company. I worked for the NFL that would clip these games. Like what I'm watching right now, I used to do this. I was on the back end of it doing this. So I used to see the games play by play. I'd have to clip each play down. So I'm watching these games, different teams. I've been involved with this football stuff for so long. I worked at Fox Sports Studios. I'm talking with talents. Talents like the people y'all listen to, y'all radio shows and stuff, the ones that y'all take all their opinions and matter the most. I'm talking to them. They ain't watching the games. They might watch this one, but they probably got to bed because they got to wake up early. So they probably didn't even see the end of this game. Some of them. The East Coast ones for sure. I know they ain't stay up for this. They wake up and they go, I'll tell you how the process works. All that stuff is fraud. It's the reason why I do my own podcast. I seen it from the inside. They get the stats and stuff. They pull it all together. Then they get enough to back whatever point they want to make. And now they sound like a guru. Sound like they know all. I'm doing the same thing. I watch the Ravens game specifically every week. I don't care who else is playing. I'm watching the Ravens game. I'll have the other teams in our division up. but I'm locked in play by play because I care about that. I care about them more than anybody. I do think we are still the better team. We just shit the bed. I'm not worried about the whole off season, like the postseason. I'm still confident we can make the playoffs. We lost to the. If we're gonna lose a game like this, it best be the beginning of the season and not postseason. Because if we lose another postseason game, all hell breaks loose. I don't know what happens. It's gonna be a scary offseason. If something dumb like this happens in the offseason, we're cooked. But I think this is just to set up the perfect storm. It's 17 regular season games, 17, which is insane. Too many in my opinion. We're gonna make the playoffs. We're about to win our division. I saw what was going on with Pittsburgh. They struggled against the Jets, who I am putting out here is not gonna be a top team. Uh, the Browns and the Bengals. I'm about to watch that game after this. I haven't watched yet, but I kept an eye on the score. I see there was a dogfight. I know the Browns bring a great defense every time, but offensively, I'm not intimidated. I know the Bengals bring a great offense every time, but defensively, I'm not intimidated. We're gonna score on them. Like it's gonna be a battle, but we're gonna get more stops than they will, or we should. We dominated this game all the way till midway through the third. They started out hot. We answered. Then we took the lead. Now I'm getting texts. Oh, y'all got it. Now we scoring with ease. Like, I'm not worried. That was a terrible crumble in front of all y'all, in front of all of us. I was sitting on the couch. I was like, ain't no way. But there is a way. A no call, 3rd and 8, and we don't get the call. The dude's holding his horse collar, and we don't get that call. I said, oh, this ain't good. The extra point, missing the extra point. Oh, shit, that's another point right there. This ain't good. We're only up 2 scores. It's always going to be a game. The way these offenses can score nowadays, the way the football, like the mind, the way we've learned analytics, teams can score. When it comes down to the 2 minutes, it's the scariest for a lot of teams. We might not have an offense. The Ravens do this all the time last season. All first half, we can't get nothing rolling, but give us the ball with under 2 minutes left. We're going to put up a beautiful 7-play drive for a touchdown. It's like scary teams get better in these crunch times. So give us like a situation like this where we're just kind of playing scary and they're playing with urgency. Yeah, they're going to outplay us because our players – I don't know what's going on. Before halftime, when we let them march up the field, that play call where they caught the ball and there was a second left, we did not rush a single player. We let Josh Allen, just sit in the back and let his receivers run circles, and then he got to throw it like that. I don't understand. I think you got to put some pressure and make him roll out a way he doesn't want to go. Make him go roll out to his left or to his right. Play the field. And then your defenders can play off of that. But if you just let him pick which way he wants to go, we're cooked. That's gonna be it, man. I'm not gonna hold y'all too long, man. I went on a rant. I'm not pressed that I think we'll be okay. We're gonna see though. Time will tell. We gotta wait till next week. We play the Browns. Browns are good division matchup, so it's not gonna be easy. I think we handle business though. So we're gonna see. That's it. Player One Podcast. I'm gonna catch y'all. Yeah.